Hello, this is Dr. David Trumbore from Elite Personal Training and Fitness Solutions here in Huntington Valley, Pennsylvania. And today I am excited to talk to you about arthritis and how personal training can help you. But before we get started, I want to give you a little bit of background about myself. I graduated from Temple University in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania in 1983 with my degree in physical therapy. And then I earned my doctoral degree in physical therapy from Widener University in 2005. Additionally, I have some high-end and important certifications. I'm a certified strength and conditioning instructor, I'm a certified weight trainer, and I am a certified Pilates instructor. So for the last 37 years, I've spent time rehabilitating and treating patients as well as training fitness clients. Additionally, I've gained an expertise in the science of weight loss and weight management, and have created and taught a course called Why You're Not Losing Weight. So let's get started today talking about the topic of arthritis. I want to clarify the type of arthritis I'm talking about because there's a variety of arthritis. Some arthritises such as lupus, juvenile rheumatoid arthritis, adult rheumatoid arthritis, gouty arthritis, these are disease processes that are managed with medicine. And so we're not referring to that today. We're referring to what's called osteoarthritis. Osteoarthritis is the most common form of arthritis. It affects 32 million people in America, and lay people often refer to it as wear and tear arthritis or old people's arthritis. Now, the wear and tear arthritis is pretty accurate, but old age arthritis necessarily not so much, because you can have arthritis when you're younger. To talk about this, I want to discuss a normal joint and what happens when you have arthritis. So a normal joint is where two bones articulate or move together, but you don't have bones grating on each other. That would create a lot of issues. Instead, each ending of the bone has a cartilage that acts as a shock absorber or a cushion. It's thick and white, and it's called hyaline cartilage. In fact, some people, when they pull a chicken leg apart and they see that thick cartilage at the end of the leg bone, they call it the gristle. So that's what we're talking about. The joints are supported and protected by this thick hyaline cartilage. Now, the joint also has a lubricating system. There's a fluid called synovial fluid, which looks like vegetable or olive oil. It's clear and viscous like that, and it serves to lubricate the joint. So the condition of arthrosis is when the hyaline cartilage begins to wear down and you get nicks and divots and potholes and damage to the protective cushioning. And to compound the matter, the synovial fluid that lubricates begins to dry up. So you have less cushioning and less lubrication, and you end up with more friction. That condition is called arthrosis. A joint that has arthrosis is much more likely to break down and get inflamed. It's like a bald tire. A bald tire is much more likely to blow out than a brand new tire with healthy tread. When a joint with arthrosis breaks down and gets inflamed, it's called arthritis. Itis means inflammation. So tonsillitis is inflammation of your tonsils, appendicitis, inflammation of your appendix, and arthritis is inflammation of your joint. When a joint is inflamed, it will be red, swollen, warm, painful, stiff, sometimes will make crunchy noises, and you'll lose function. The goal of treating an inflammatory response when a joint is inflamed is to rest it, protect it, and have some interventions that will reduce inflammation. To get it back to the arthrosis condition, you can't remove that it's been beat up, but get it out of it being inflamed and back to how it was beforehand. When you have this wear and tear, the best intervention for it to limit the progression and to manage it is exercise, and particularly weight loss. Not everyone, but most people who have degenerative changes, who have osteoarthritis, are overweight. Well, and the reason is because 2/3 of America is overweight or obese. So just by statistics, most people who have arthritis or arthrosis are overweight. So exercise is the primary intervention for two reasons. One, the stronger that your muscles are, the more that they will protect the joint. I weigh 210 pounds. As I take this step, 210 pounds has to go somewhere. The stronger and more flexible my muscles are, the more that they will absorb and protect the joint, and the weaker and less flexible they are, the more force that will go through a joint. Just to give you an idea of how mind-boggling the weight situation is in this condition, for every pound that you are overweight, 10 pounds go through the spine, 6 through the hip, and 4 through the knee, every step that you take. So for being 1 pound overweight, 10 through the spine, 6 through the hip, 4 through the knee. So let's take an example. Your ideal weight, you're just 1 pound overweight, hardly even noticeable. You take an average of 4,000 steps in a day. So 4 pounds of force times 4,000 steps, 16,000 pounds of force go through your knee each day by being 1 pound overweight. 365 days in a year, and lo and behold, you are 584,000 pounds of force going through your knee, 500,000 pounds of force, a little bit more than that, each year by being 1 pound overweight. And it's worse at your hip and spine. But who's 1 pound overweight? That's not really realistic. Let's say you're 30 pounds overweight, which seems to be the norm. That means you weighed 170 in high school, and now you weigh 200. You didn't put on 30 pounds of ripped muscle, you've put on 30 pounds of fat. So now you take 4,000 steps in a day, but it's not multiplied by 1, we multiply it by 30, because you're 30 pounds overweight, and the fact is that you're now 17,520,000 pounds of force going through your knee each year because you're 30 pounds overweight. That's bad news. But the good news is this is completely reversible. You lose that 30 pounds and you suddenly wiped out 17 million pounds of force going through your knee joint, worse through your spine. As you put on the weight, the forces going through the joint are enormous, and it's no wonder that the joints wear out. They're wearable parts. They wear and break down, and when you put that much force through it, it happens quickly. The great news is that is completely reversible with weight loss. But let's be realistic. It's not sufficient to just tell you to lose weight and start exercising, because you probably have tried many times to lose weight. You've tried many times to exercise, and it's failed. And arthritis makes it way more difficult. A vicious cycle starts. You have pain, so you're not as active. When you're not as active, you lose range of motion and strength of the muscles in the joint. When that happens, you have more pain. More pain causes you to be less active, and the cycle just goes over and over and over again. Most of the time, if you have an arthritic joint, you need to be evaluated and have your program prescribed, progressed, and monitored. Exercise is the best strategy to lose weight, to reduce force through your joint, and to help with your osteoarthritis. But most people, and I would say about 90% of people, are going to need professional help with this. Professional help looks like this. You go to our website, you check out our services, you call our office for a free consultation. We will sit down and talk about how we can manage this as far as safe, sound, scientific, and sensible, sustainable exercise for you. We can discuss other strategies as far as supplementation and nutrition for your weight loss. And you can not get rid of your arthritis. There's no cure for arthritis. Anybody who tells you there is scamming you. But we can manage it effectively by reducing the amount of force and prolonging the health of that joint through proper eating, supplementation, and a prescribed exercise program. So I want to encourage you, if you have arthritis and you've been suffering with it, go to our website, give us a call, set up a free consultation, and remember, if you won't invest time, energy, and money in your health, you'll soon invest more time, energy, and money in illness.